Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hollywood Bets Grable. It's a Wednesday meet on this public holiday meeting. Happy Heritage Day from Waiter to Win to all of you. Hope you spend a wonderful day with your family and enjoy. Our first leg of the bipod starts at 12:30. Len Mayhew's on the line. I can tell you in race 2, scratch number 3, Magical Spring. Number 6, Quincy Town has been taken out. And you can also scratch number 7 on the card. Thurlow Place is also out. That leaves us with a market that looks like this with regards to race 2. The favourites, number 8, Sovereign Command, and it's been priced up here at even money. Even money, the latest in terms of that. I wonder if that's a bipod banker this morning. Good morning, Len.
Good morning, Clyde, from a rather wet Durban. But seeing that the racing is on the poly track, I don't see any problems. Yes, Clyde, I've decided. I thought, look, it's a 2-horse race between Sovereign Command and Zephos. Only a length separated them last time, but Zephos now is trying the blinkers, and that could work in his favour. I'm not going to try and separate them, so I put the two of them in the bipod. But if punters want to banker either of them, that's to cut the perm in half. So, by all means do that. I can see them running 1-2.
Yeah, it does appear to be the base. They've both got the form, so you guys decide. Len's going to go the route of going both of them in the bipod. That perm that is up on screen at the moment cost 192 Rand. Remember to be on by 12:30. Place accumulator time now. Race number 3. It is an open maiden over 1,400 meters. And the market on this morning has got number 9, Love the USA, at 22-10. The second choice is number 1, Capricious Miss, at 5-2. 4-1 about the 8, Penanom, and 4-1 about number 10 on the card, Ada Lovelace. So that's really the market as to what it looks like. It's a place accumulator. And I guess the 9, Love the USA, it is a 1,400 meters. Has got a wide draw to contend with, but does appear to be improving as racing's coming its way, Len.
Yes, Clyde, she is improving. But I was impressed this Capricious Miss. I mean, she ran a much better race when last time when trying the poly track for the first time. And if she repeats that run, I can see her in the winner's box today. She had it all to do last time from the wide draw, and Magudla, he had no real options but to drop her out. And she stayed on nicely at the end. In fact, she was gaining on the winner right at the finish. So if anything, she would probably be better over slightly further, but I can see her from the box seat today, drawn 1. I really do think she'll take some beating. Obviously, you've got Love the USA, Penanom, and Ada Lovelace. They all can improve, but they're all having their first run on the poly today, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, Capricious Miss at least has got that run under her belt on the poly. Although the form line I see to Line in the Sky hasn't really materialised. There haven't been any winners from there. There has been a winner from the Love the USA form line, that Tulip Fields. But you're quite right in that at least the poly runs under the belt. And from a place accumulator perspective, we're bankering the 1. Odds on favourite here at about 7-10 is number 5, Next of Kin. A comment from the stable. He ran a good race, went second in his first run as a gelding over the 14 on the turf. The son of Canford Cliffs is doing very well at home and should love the rise to the 1600. He should have no issues with the poly, and he has an each way winning chance. So they're quite confident with Next of Kin there, Len, this morning. The other runner, obviously, is MJ Udendal's number 10, Take Your Best Shot, who's priced up at 22-10. Give us your summary.
Yes, Clyde. Look, to me, it looks to be between Next of Kin and Take Your Best Shot, although the betting suggests it's a 1-horse race. Next of Kin. He will love the extra distance of 1600, but it is his first run on the poly. Whereas Take Your Best Shot, I can't fault his form, and the stable is in good form, so I do think he's going to make the favourite run. So I'll put in both of them, 5 and 10.
Okay, interesting. So Len going both of them. Next of Kin has got a danger to worry about. And number 10, Take Your Best Shot. And that is our pick 6. We're going both of them in the first leg. Remember, the first leg of the pick 6 on this public holiday meeting closes at 13:42. Race number 5 has got number 3 El Ravien as the favourite at 5-2 this morning. One Run to Rio Betway got 7-2. That has drifted out from yesterday's call at 3-1. 10 Pembury is priced up at the moment at 9-2. Has gone from 7-2 to 9-2. And number 2 Send Me is currently trading at 7-1. So just in terms of the market, the 3 El Ravien's been pretty holding its own in terms of price at 5-2, and the One Run to Rio has drifted out slightly. Just with a comment too regarding El Ravien, according to Duncan Howells, is exceptionally well in himself, this horse, and has been holding his form quite nicely. Is taken to the poly well and jumps from a good draw of 3. That the right one, Len?
Clyde, I'm inclined to agree with that. I really do think El Ravien is the one that they've all got to beat. You know, he loves the poly. He's had 4 runs. He hasn't been out of the first 3, and I think I can see him going start to finish today. The immediate dangers, I would say, are the 7 horse, the Gliding Fish. He seems to be at his best on the poly track. And then the 10 horse Pembury, who's a recent maiden winner, but he won well, and he's on the up, so you can't ignore him. But for me, El Ravien will take a lot of beating.
Okay, thanks for that. We got jackpots worked out for you. There's the jackpot on screen. Make sure to get your first jackpot on as soon as possible. So this is an apprentice race over 2,000 meters. The latest is that number 6, Queen Amina, is scratched. They've adjusted the market because of that. I think Queen Amina was 8-1, so there's a mild adjustment. 2 Spectacular is now 33-10. Number 3, The Wolf, 7-2. The 5 Star of the Future, 7-2. 8 King Bavarian is 11-2. You can get 7-1 about the 9 Rodriguez and 8-1 about the 4 Shiny Bob, and then 14-1 and better about the balance. So Queen Amina comes out. I was like, I wanted to ask you about 6 Hot Fix, if you give it any sort of chance, because based on the stakes race conditions, in terms of the weights, it does now come best in. There is an update from the stable with regards to that from Alison Wright, who says that this horse 6 Hot Fix has been disappointing his last 2 runs. He jumps from barrier 10 with 4 kilos, claiming apprentice Damien Pillay in the saddle. The son of Flower Alley is ideally suited to this course and distance, and with a bit of luck in running, is quite capable of finishing in the money lead.
Yes, Clyde, I can't knock that. The only, he, as Alison said, he's been battling of late. He's not one of my first choices, but it wouldn't surprise me if he did happen to pop up in a field of this nature. There's quite a few that I give chances to. So I encourage the punters to put quite a few into their pick 6 and jackpots here. So to try and find an outright winner is not easy, but I did like the way that the Swiss Rodrigue was finished off last time. He was doing low flying at the end, and he was only narrowly beaten by King Bavarian on that occasion. And if he can repeat that run, then he can certainly win. And the stable looks like it's starting to turn, and they're starting to have winners again, the Louis Goerssen stable. So I think Rodriguez could be a big runner here.
Okay, Rodriguez are shrewd in the race. Don't leave it out. Whatever you do, put it into the play. It does give you now, as the weighted to win viewer, a second opportunity to get a jackpot on. Here we go. They're the numbers. Welcome back, everybody, to race number 7. It's a C stakes over 1,200 meters. There is a scratching here. Number 9, Hope is Power, leave you the field of 8 runners. There's been a little bit of movement overnight for some horses in terms of the betting with Betway. Number 5, Super Fast, has shortened from 5-2 to 22-10 this morning. 3, Preemptive Strike, has remained at 33-10. Number 6, Canal Skater, also stayed 33-10. There's some outside money for number 7, Magic Surprise. Dougie Campbell and Calvin Habib team up here. Shortened from 10-1 into 7-1, so a bit of money for that. And number 8, Intrepid, has gone from 7 out to 8-1. 1 on Bandit is 10-1. Laf says there's a horse that shows tons of ability, but likely just to need it. And it's 16-1 and better about the balance. So money for Super Fast and some shrewd money, Len, for Magic Surprise.
Yes, Clyde. Look, super fast. I mean, he's the form horse. I mean, he's been runner up in 5 of his last 6 runs and a win, one win in 5 seconds in his last 6 starts. So clearly the one they have to beat. The only concern with me there is that he's coming back from a bit of a rest, and I don't know how fit he will be, but he will certainly be the one to beat. It's just that last 100 meters, he seems to find something to nab him every time, but certainly the one to beat. Canal Skater, recent maiden winner, has been gelded. He could improve. The other maiden winner, Magic Surprise, he won very easily on his maiden, and I think he's on the up, so could certainly follow up. And then the old timer, Preemptive Strike, he loves the course and distance, so he'll be in the shaker.
Okay, so we're taking swingers with those two runners, the top two, Preemptive Strike and Super Fast. It looks like the two of them may end up fighting this out. Let's the 7th race, a reminder at 15:35. On to race number 8 now. This is a B Stakes over 1,200 meters. In terms of takeouts, you can scratch number 6, Princess Hannah, not running. The market this morning has got the 3 Mojo Man pretty firm at 28 to 10. 2 Rainbow Reward is trading at 33 to 10. That's drifted out slightly. 1 Captain's Christie is at 4 to 1, also drifted in the betting. Number 10 Bourbon Warrior is trading at 6s, is holding its current price. Some shrewd support for number 8 Quandary, shortened from 8 to 1 into 6.5 to 1. That's Quandary for the Gareth Van Zyl stable. And number 9 King of Spin is another horse that is shortened. It's shortened from 10 to 1 into 8 to 1. Stewie Ferry says that this horse King of Spin is better than his last start over this distance at Hollywood Bet Scottsville. The son of Canford Cliffs won his penultimate effort over the course and distance. And with a bit of luck from his awkward draw, he should be competitive. So money for 2 runners thus far, Len, 8 to 9.
Yes, Clyde, they certainly must go in, those two. But Rainbow Reward, he's knocking on the door, and I'm expecting another good run from him. The favourite Mojo Man, he finished a close second on the poly last time. The only concern for me there is he a 1,000-meter horse? He's yet to win over a 1,200, although he does run on late over the 1,000, so he's got me a little bit confused. So I would put him in, but I'm as I say, I'm not sure if he's just a 1,000-meter horse or if he can win over this 12.
Yeah, well, I mean, the facts speak for them. That's quite a few goes over the distance. He hasn't won over the distance before, Mojo Man. So that is against him, I guess. So Len taking the trifectas and has put both the horses, put horses in here, 2, 3, 9, and 10. Reminder that in terms of market support, both for numbers 8 and 9. 9th and final race out here at Hollywood Bets Gravel, and the favourite is number 6, Yanakis. They backed this, shortened into 28 to 10 from 4 to 1. So money for Yanakis here to win the final event on the card. In terms of the rest of the market, I can tell you that the second best, number 7, Lulu Legend, is trading 5 to 1. 10 Mask On is actually priced up ahead of that, is priced up at 4 to 1, and they bet 8s and better about the others. With regards to your comment from the stable quickly with regards to Yanakis and trainer, I've got trainer Gary Rich, who says that the fitting of the cheek pieces did the trick as he won his last start over this distance at Hollywood Bet Scottsville. He also points out that multiple horses have come to win from the Dawn Surprise form line. There have been 7 runners, of which 3 have directly won out of that form line. So that's a big up for them. And he says they're expecting this horse to do well. He's doing very well at home, and they're hoping for another honest run from him. With regards to Lulu Legend, just very quickly, MJ Odendaal says that he ran a fair race over 14 on the turf last time. The apprentice race should suit him, as there is likely to be a good pace, which will be ideal. He's in a good headspace at the moment going into this contest, and he will be running on. We feel that he has a huge, he'll run a huge race in this event. So they both fancy their runners, Gary Rich and MJ Odendaal, with regard to this outcome. Len, what's your take?
Yes, Clyde, I agree with that. I think the Yanakis is definitely the horse they have to beat. as you mentioned, there's been 3 winners out of that form line. Dawn Surprise, The Mask, and Prize Platinum went back to Joburg and won in a canter. So the form looks very strong there. So certainly the one to beat is Yanakis. And I've just covered him in the pick 6 with and the PAs with 1, 7, and 11, because the 11 is a bit of an unknown. He's back on the poly and he's 1 from 1. So just all depending on his fitness.
Okay, but for our bet at the back, we are going to take a trifecta. We're going to bank a Yanakis, and we're putting in 1, 2, 7, 10, and 11. That's our recommended play for the last race. So that's it. You got it directly from the Betway Weighted to Win team. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We join you again on Thursday with Daryl Marie when we talk about racing at the Vaal.